So here are the trades I took today to make over 1900 in the stock market traded options. Welcome to Play by Play. This is where I go over all of my trades for the day, whether I win or lose. I try to go over the setup, the strategies that I use, and also how I executed the trades, and how I took profit on it. The first trade on the board was on Microsoft, was my first trade of the day. This was what Microsoft looked like coming in today. As you can see, yesterday we broke below the low of last week, but the movement to the downside was not, there was no continuation to the downside. And if you look at all the other things in the market, it seems like we were due for a move back up after multiple red days. And also we opened up, the market was gapping up a little bit. Apologies, by the way, I have a sore throat, so if you see me, clearing my throat from time to time, that is just why. All right, we're gonna go to our 2 minute chart, which is where I kind of try to start my day from. And on Microsoft, I believe the trade that I took on there was also on the 2 minute chart. We already have the pre-market high and the pre-market low. We already have those marked up. Microsoft came to the 400.52 level, and also the pre-market low was 397. There is a key level of 400 that I kind of have my eyes on, which is kind of like a magnetic level. If we're growing, my expectation is we're going to try to race towards that level, and I'm going to use that also as a take profit level. When the market opened, Microsoft once again, broke the low, that pre-market low, but as you could see, that did not hold. That break to the downside did not hold. We went upside. We showed some strength, and the other part of the market was also showing some strength during that time. And when we have these, it's a big, 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 deep retracement, right? So when we have this big retracement, that I noticed that we were bouncing off of the pre-market, that we couldn't continue that pre-market level again. I took what is considered a 2-2 reversal in the strat world on this trade, and my take profit for this trade was the 400 area, this key level. Immediately we were getting there, that we were about to tap it. I took profit. I actually took profit on all of my position. I didn't have any runners and stuff like that, being that that was the first trade of the day. In retrospect, I really wished I did have some runners, but hey, my goal was to trade that. That was the plan. There could have been a huge rejection at that 400 level, and in all honesty, I wasn't willing to wait to try to find out. It was a good trade. That trade, I believe, returned around $409 or so. Being the first trade of the day, it was grain. That's a good place to start. Emotionally sticking to the plan and executing the plan. Normally I try not to trade within the pre-market high and pre-market low, but in situations where we already break the pre-market low or break the pre-market high and we come back inside, I try to put on like a decent size, to see maybe we can test the other side, which is what happened in this trade. The second trade that I took for the day, that was on IWM, one of the few indices or index that I trade. As you could see, on IWM, we had a pre-market high of 264.36 and a pre-market low of 262.53. The pattern for the trade was also a little bit similar, but IWM really, really showed some strength, in this case. In going through the trade, the first candle of the day once again broke to the downside, but nothing happened, right? In that break to the downside, it was bought back up immediately, and we started pushing up. Now, I don't chase when I trade. I don't chase all this. This is none of my business. I do not chase. I'm much more interested in the pullback. I don't take the breakout, because if you take the breakout, what if there's a rejection? You could get clapped, right? I'm only interested in the pullback. And as you can see, that pullback that we were looking for actually came about. And over here, since we were bouncing off of the pre-market high, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. We're bouncing off of the pre-market high right there at that point. I took the reversal that we have here. The ATMA was there, but I'm a price action trader. I won't focus too much on the indicators in itself. I'm looking at levels where the market comes to. And in this case, the market came to the pre-market high level. We use that as a support. The risk on the trade was quite small, right? If you look at the risk, where's my risk line? The risk on the trade was quite small from right over here. It was like a 32-cent risk, with the first level of taking profit being at the high of the day, which is over there. So we took that to a reversal and was paid handsomely on that trade. Boom, we broke the high of the day. And in looking at the daily chart, and I'm gonna go to the daily chart real quick. I came into the market with the understanding that, and as you can see, the notes that I made in preparing for the week, IWM is relatively strong inside month. Weekly ATMA is still holding. Daily strong off the EMAs also. So I know that in this double inside day that we have, if we can break above the double inside day, the ultimate take profit target I know we can get to an IWM was either 267 or 02, or to come and tap this high. And as you can see, we really went to that 267.02. It was almost like a flush, right? So that was the level that I was looking. Let's come back to our 2-minute chart. Keep in mind, all of these are like my first trade of the day. Within the first 30 minutes, I'm always on the 2-minute chart. That's something I pick up from K Capital, Mr. Sumesh himself, right? So a 2-2 reversal back to the upside. Uh, we tapped the previous day high, which means now we are 2112 to the upside, break of an inside day. And this trade went, you see another entry right there to add some more. I don't think that I added, but by the time I got out of the trade, it was my biggest trade of the day. I made over 1400 on this trade itself. My last trade of the day I was on PLTR. Right, let's come all the way back to open. Right over here, PLTR open, the pre-market high was around 137, pre-market low at 133. I was expecting that. Once again, PLTR was very strong yesterday. Let's go to yesterday's chart. Out of many things in the market, PSTR was one of the strongest in everything that I have in my trading universe. As you could see, it was a 2-2 reversal yesterday. So I was looking for a continuation of that reversal to the upside. All right, let's go to market open. Then let's see what happens from there. Pietra out of the gate, he didn't even try to go lower. He broke that pre-market high at 137.42, and I was like, all right, there's definitely gonna be a race to 140, potential race if we're gonna get a pullback. And we got that pullback right there. We got a 3-1 pullback around the ORB for the day, and boom, to the upside. That was the trade. Very small, very small size. The return on that was just only $80. So those were the 3 trades for today. If you have any question, please leave a comment, and also don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.